G'day, Spark Millie here, and welcome back to our McLaren Motorsport Manager F1 2021 Manager Mod save. So I hope you're having a fantastic day. Welcome back to the series. Today we've got the Interlagos GP, but just before we get into that, I just wanted to thank Starbeam, Joey the Flying Fin, Nightbot, Hello It's April, Joey the Flying Fin again, Dylan Goodwin, Nightbot, and Kevin, William Hughes, Mr. Singh, and Andrew Owusu for commenting on the double upload last time out. So engine is done in 4 days, so let's continue on here to when that's done. Of course, car repair complete, so we'll improve some parts as well. It looks like high-speed corners are important around Interlagos, so we're going to improve the performance of our rear wings. 6 days for the race. I love how insane the performance team get towards the end of the season. It always feels like they're much faster than they were at the start. So we do have a politics vote here for next season. This is bonus points for the driver in pole position. I actually kind of like that vote. We're going to actually vote for something in our lives for a change. We'll vote 1-4 because I think that might make things a little bit more interesting. So we'll have a look here, skip to end, conclude vote, and it was rejected. So that is quite boring. Come on, guys. I thought Toto Wolff would be all for it, to be honest, but guess not. Alright, so our engine is done for next season, so we're going to design a new part here. As you can see there, look how full that column is. This engine could be insane. So let's go work on the brakes next, because we haven't done one set of brakes all season. So if we do that one, and it could be a next year brake set, it's going to take like 6 days, so that should be fine. Alright, so I've done a bit of a sneaky here. Remember how I said we should get Lando a race engineer that has the light-footed, like Daniel Ricciardo has? Well, we've gone ahead and done it. Hugh Bird here, we're going to try and poach him from Red Bull. He's currently Sergio Perez's race engineer, so we're going to steal him. We've signed a contract already. We're just going to make sure we replace the right engineer. So Will Joseph will be leaving the team. But I think it is for the best because I really do think we can get some awesome race results if both drivers can go along on the softs. So we're going to have to unlock them. So hopefully we get some good results with Lando Norris in the meantime so their chemistry goes up. But yeah, that is something we're working towards at the end of this year. Alright, welcome to Q3. It says it's going to be sunny, but I thought it was going to rain. It didn't rain in Q1 or Q2. No rain in Q3. I was mistaken. I must have been talking about the race, the little forecast in the bottom right, but that's fine. We've got pretty good setups. I think excellent for both drivers. Daniel Ricciardo's got a 99%, and he is looking quick this weekend. He got second in Q1 and Q2, so can he sneak a cheeky pole here? I'd love to see it. I'm sure you guys would too, but there's the other excellent setup. It's just so satisfying to see, but Lando, it scraped through to Q3 in 9th, but he's also obviously we're on the harder tyre compounds, and he doesn't have the full effect of the light footed on soft tyres just yet because you've got to build up chemistry with engineers. So Ricciardo's on provisional pole over Hamilton. Verstappen hasn't ran yet, but wow. Wowee, I said he was fast. Norris is even in P5 with both Ferraris and both Red Bulls still to run, so both our drivers' parties can still be ruined. But let's get back to the pit and go on a second run here. Track group's at the highest, so may as well send them out on their second run. Doubt we'll get 3 runs, but may as well give it a shot. Daniel Ricciardo's going to go out and try and protect his provisional pole, and I honestly don't even know if we've gotten pole this season. Certainly not on the dry. Maybe we've sneaked one in the wet, but not on the dry. I don't think we've got a pole position. So we'll see what happens here in a straight out pace war. Obviously, with no rain to mix things up, it'll be good to see us at the top of the grid, especially with all the next year upgrade parts coming in. We could have a really good season next year, but maybe we're getting a bit ahead of ourselves here because Hamilton still is on an outlap now. We're going to ride on board him. Can he still pull off Daniel Ricciardo? He's going to go. Ooh, no, he won't. Daniel Ricciardo is on pole in Interlagos. I said he was quick, didn't know he was that quick. Norris down in 9th. And wow, what a performance. Can he keep his podium streak alive with maybe perhaps a race win in our battle for 3rd place with Ferrari? What a result in qualifying there. All right, this is it, lads. Race. Can we go pole to race win? This has been an insane. We could have a chance. All right, let's stop talking now. Let's not jinx it or anything. Soft tires, win more slowly, and race trim. Let's do it. This could be magical. So stay tuned for this one. Make sure to leave a like the video and consider subscribing as well. I always forget to ask that, but it'd be awesome. Really helps the videos out if you like them. And we're going to go push, overtake, start race. Come on. Let's do it. Daniel Ricciardo on pole position. The car looks so cool in the shade. Can he get a good start here? He needs one more than ever. It's a good start. He beats Hamilton off the line. Alonso looks like he got an even better start, but he was cut off by Hamilton. Daniel Ricciardo's flying around this track. Alonso's all over Hamilton. But Norris is up in a P5. Amazing to see. Now, hopefully we get these tyres. Alonso's coming up on Ricciardo. Alonso with the best start I've ever seen. Maybe not. I think Norris had a better start than Alonso. He's up about 5 positions, but oh no. And hopefully Leclerc doesn't get any ideas on Ricciardo. We cannot fall away now. Oh, and there's Hamilton coming back, and Ricciardo, this is not the best start to the race, but here we go. In front, come on, lad. Yes, nice. Norris up in P4. Amazing from Norris. And he's up at the P3. He's fighting with Leclerc, but Ricciardo's still leading. We can sort of watch the whole grid here, so it's a good spot to watch from. But Hamilton retakes his spot on Norris. And Norris, look, don't try and like, you can try, but don't crash trying to get out of that spot, because that's a good spot for us. We're going to chuck it in 12 times there. 6th and 1st. Wow, he goes purple in the first sector. Tyres are in a good range, so we're going to go neutral. And fuel, we want to sort of get into this race a bit nicer. And so there you go. Ricciardo increasing his gap. We're going to chuck it in 2 times for a bit. And tyre temps are through the roof. We're going to put it on conserve. And it's a 3.5 second gap to Hamilton, who their pit stop window is coming up. So we're going to jump on board with Norris now, see where he's at. Because look at the tyres, look how much of a difference it makes. It's so overpowered, the light-footed. But we're on the road to get Norris in the same boat as Ricciardo on that light-footed train. So yeah, hopefully it really helps out. All right, and I've just looked to bring in Norris, and I've just seen that there's a lot of rain on the way, which is not ideal because Norris's tyres are basically dead. And now I've got a decision to make here. Alonso's pitting behind us and he's on dead tyres too. And I think we're going to have to bring Norris in despite the rain coming in like no time at all. You lose so much time on dead tyres in this game. So there he is. He's going to come in and just destroy these tyres. Absolutely smash him. Ricciardo's doing well out in front. He's got no worries in the world at the moment. Hopefully he doesn't crash or anything stupid. That being said, Hamilton is chopping down that gap quite a bit. But that should be fine. Lando Norris has cut a corner. I hope the stewards didn't see that. But don't say it over the radio. The stewards will definitely hear about it if you say it over the radio. But I think he's alright. There's no investigation coming up. Should be right. And I think it's way too early for Inters. Not way too early, but a bit too early for Inters. We're going to see, sort of monitor the gap between Norris and Leclerc. And no, it looks like the Inters are quicker. So maybe we'll bring him in now. It could be a 2-stop under Inter conditions, to be completely honest with you. Looks a bit that way, doesn't it? It's quite a big rain period. But yeah, we'll bring in Norris now. Those tyres are dead. It wasn't that big of a waste of time, I don't think. I mean, I think we would have lost more time if we didn't pit him, to be honest, because he's got pretty good use out of those tyres. We're going to keep Ricciardo out a bit longer. We're going to look to cover off Hamilton. So when Hamilton pits, we pit. You know how it is. I know he wants to come in now. Okay, that's fine. Wait. Are we pitting on inters or wets? Inters, I guess, because it's pretty big periods of the wets, isn't it? Yeah, for sure. We'll get the most use out of these inters and then go on to the wets for sure. No point playing games with Ricciardo. He's in P1. He is doing a madness up there. Come on, no pit mistakes. Beautiful. And Hamilton has not pitted. Oh, yeah, yes. He was just a bit late. I thought he was out one more lap. And he's... Okay, I thought he cut down the gap 10 seconds. I was like, what the hell? How? But we're off here. And we're going to smash these tyres in because we're going to change them anyway in a couple laps. I forgot about that. The into the wet switch, but that should be fine. There's not much we can really do. The wets on the little rain won't do much for us, I don't think. Alright, people are starting to jump on the wets, so we're going to follow suit. Hamilton's already on the wets. He is so quick on the strategy. He's like the only contender, so if he can crash out, just like a little crash out. Nice, like aquaplane, hits the barrier a little bit, a wheel comes off, and then we're off there, but I don't think that's going to happen here. As Ricciardo needs to get in the pits now, really, or else we're going to lose a bit of time here. Coming on the pits. Come on, Ricciardo. He's not losing that much time. She'll be right. And how long is this rain going to be here? Quite a while. So we're going to actually have to look after these tyres. And it's a good pit stop. Love to see it. He's in first. What's the gap to Hamilton? What's the damage? 14 seconds. Not too bad. And we've got better wets than him. So hopefully we can go longer. I don't know how long this wet's meant to last, actually. 33 laps. So it's going to be quite tight. Maybe not. Maybe not really. because it's about 20 laps of the dry period, so that's fine. Alright, so Hamilton has cut down that gap massively, so I'm kind of worried about this pit stop. If we have one little mistake, we could lose the lead. He is just on another planet today, Hamilton. He is cutting down that gap in the rain, in the dry. He doesn't care. He's even got two more, or one more pit stop after we pit, more than us, but he's got pace. Don't know where the pace was yesterday in qualifying, but here we go. He's going to come out 2 seconds in front of Hamilton. And this is going to be a show these last 21 laps. We're not going to be on these tyres for very long, but those wets we were on were absolutely shredded. So we're going to smash through these inters, give him... Is Norris coming in? Yeah, he is. Okay. He's just taking his sweet time about it. The last, apart from Mazepin on wets, and I don't know, maybe I didn't do it quick enough for him, but that's fine. We're focused on Ricciardo. He is up by 2 seconds right now. It is tight. But like we said, we're going to smash these tyres because we're not going to be on them for very long. Look to get back on the slicks ASAP because that's where we had a bit of pace. And the track looks pretty much dry, but obviously it's not. We're going to have another Russia scenario here, I think, where Lando hopefully doesn't go off like he did in the Russia Grand Prix in real life. But 3 seconds, we've increased the gap by 1. We're going to watch Hamilton very closely to see when he switches up and goes on the slicks. I'm going to stop pushing on these tyres as much and stop pushing on the fuel with Lando because he doesn't have that much fuel to spare. And then it's got to be almost slicks time, surely. You'd think, but we're going to keep watching Hamilton and just follow him. As soon as that little box icon comes up, we are pressing it with Ricciardo. And that works even better. Ricciardo says he wants to come in, and Norris says he wants to come in and pit them. There we go. All right, come on, Ricciardo. Good pit stop, lads. Please, a good pit stop. They've had a practice with Lando. Went really well. Now we need Daniel Ricciardo to come in and have a fantastic pit stop with no mistakes. Beautiful. Get him back out there. Get him back out there. Hamilton took the lead somehow. Maybe went out for another lap. But there we go. No more pit stops for the rest of the race now. So hopefully we can maintain this gap. We do have slick speed. So I am very much hoping we can push on these softs a bit harder. But I mean, it doesn't really matter, does it? Because it's not that long left. We're going to push there on the softs. Try and get as much as possible. Where's Lando at? He's not really in any battle. He's 9 seconds behind Bottas. Maybe Perez behind. Who's now without a race engineer. So you've legit stolen Perez's race engineer. So make sure you stay in front of him. He's going to want revenge quite badly. 3 seconds to Hamilton right now. We're going to speed forward in this race a little bit. It's going to be tight. 2 seconds. Oh my days. This is really close. 3.5, 2.8. This gap is going everywhere. Look after these tyres. We don't want to cook these tyres too early. Lewis Hamilton has run wide. No, he hasn't. He's still 3 seconds behind. He didn't run very wide, if he did at all. Keep going, and we cannot conserve these tyres, or else it's just going to shred that gap. 2 seconds. Oh, 1.4. Uh-oh. 5 laps to go. Come on, Ricciardo. Smash these tyres, and who cares, man? Smash these tyres, and Lando going neutral. Perez is catching you too. Come on, Ricciardo. This is massive for us. A race win with Melbourne next week, where we do have an objective to win that race, so you can finally win a home race, Ricciardo. So hopefully 2 laps to go. I just don't know. Surely not. If there's a mistake, though, anything can happen. Motorsport is wild. Oh my, I thought that was Hamilton. I almost had a heart attack, but that's alright. Keep going. Vettel just wanted to quickly jump scare me. Final lap of this Grand Prix. Will we hear the Australian anthem ring out, or another British anthem sort of day? I think it could be Australian anthem. Lewis Hamilton is nowhere to be seen. I mean, probably behind that car, but that's alright. We're not looking there. So there's nowhere to be seen. But Lewis Hamilton's run out of fuel. I completely forgot about that. The man does not know how to conserve fuel. And that'll do it. Well, curtains on this race. Ricciardo's going to win. Fantastic to see. Look at the gap just explode out. He could lose his second spot if he's not careful. Come on, Lando. Quick, pick up the pace. It's only a minute between you. But here we go. Daniel Ricciardo is going to cross the line to win the Interlagos GP. Very unexpected. The Australian anthem is playing, but you love to see it. Daniel Ricciardo. Mate, 4 podiums in a row with a race win. Next time out is the home Grand Prix in Melbourne. Hopefully he can win 2 races back to back, and it will be awesome for us and him. And in our battle against Ferrari for 3rd place, we take a massive lead there. We won't catch the top 2, but it's awesome. And a sign, if we're going to do a second season McLaren here, amazing signs considering that we also got new parts coming in. Anyone cheating? Come on, let's give Norris a few more spots so we can work on the chemistry with his engineer. Oh no, Lando Norris got a 10-second time penalty. That's not what I asked for, but I mean, it'll put him behind Perez, so Perez will win the race engineer battle, which is a bit unfortunate, but he did corner cut, and yeah, not much you can really do about that. But here we go, the orange confetti coming down. Daniel Ricciardo on the top step of the podium finally, in his 5th podium in a row. Amazing. We're on the podium with him this time. You love to see it. So what does Zach Brown have to say about that one? 15% plus, and he's now 61%. He is wrapped with that one. So am I. That was an awesome race. It was quite longer. I apologize for the longer episode, but you know, I want to show everything, you know, make sure to build up the tension and stuff like that. And let's have a look at the interview about Daniel Ricciardo celebrations. Yep, everyone on the team was just celebrating, and we lost Chairman Happiness. I always fall into that trap. But where is our Chairman Happiness now? Secure. You just, I say you love to see it a lot, but you do love to see that. Alright, so our breaks are finished, but that will be next episodes. I want to wrap this video up pretty quickly because it's already pretty long. But there we are, 3rd place on the Constructors' Championship. Well over Ferrari. We've got our first win for the season. I don't know about the pole stat. If anyone can remember us being on pole in the dry, let us know. For this season, obviously been on pole plenty of times before on the channel, but in McLaren. But yeah, that will be all. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed Daniel Ricciardo's big win today. Leave a like in the video if you did. If you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel as well. Thank you so much for 800 subs, and hopefully we can get 900 by the end of the year. The goal is 1,000, but we'll see how we go. But thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.